Welcome to English Vibes.
Okay, let's talk about something I think, well, almost every language learner runs into. It's that really frustrating thing where
Yeah.
you know the words, right? You've studied, maybe you can even read pretty well.
Mm.
But then you go to actually speak, and it's like, bam, brain freeze. The words just get stuck.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling of being trapped inside your own head, knowing the English is in there somewhere, but it just won't come out. It's incredibly common.
Right. And you start thinking, maybe I just don't have the talent for speaking.
Exactly. But the sources we're looking at today really push back on that idea. They argue pretty strongly that fluency isn't some, magical talent. It's a skill.
A skill, like riding a bike or cooking.
Precisely. Something you build step by step through practice. It's about building reflexes, not waiting for inspiration.
Okay, so that's what we're doing in this deep dive based on the English Fluency Journey sources. We're digging into those mindset shifts and maybe more importantly, the simple daily habits you need to actually build that skill to get the words flowing. So first off, many learners seem to be searching for, I don't know, a secret method or maybe the perfect teacher who will magically unlock fluency.
Yeah, the magic bullet.
Yeah. But the sources suggest that's kind of misguided. They say fluency is less about what, like vocabulary lists, and more about how quickly and confidently you can use the English you already have, even if it's just a little bit. It's more of a habit.
It's absolutely a habit. Think about it from a neurological perspective for a second. Take a child learning to walk. It's the perfect analogy, really.
Okay.
Does a child read a book on walking? No. They stand up, they wobble, they fall. Hundreds of times.
Right. Over and over.
And each fall isn't seen as failure, it's just data. The brain gets that error signal, whoops, lean too far, and adjusts instantly, without judgment.
Ah, okay. So we need that same attitude with speaking English.
Exactly that. A mistake isn't proof you're bad at English. It's proof you tried. It's actually a small victory. It means you put the language into action, that hesitation, that stuck feeling. That's often just your brain trying too hard to be perfect before speaking.
We need to override that perfectionism.
We do, because that attempt, even a flawed one, is what strengthens the connection in your brain.
Okay, but hang on. If I just keep making mistakes, won't I just learn the mistakes, get bad habits?
That's a fair question. And the key is the type and frequency of practice. We're not saying just babble constantly with no correction. We're talking about lots of low-stakes attempts.
Low stakes, meaning situations where it doesn't really matter if I mess up.
Precisely. The core idea, the mantra you need to internalize is something like, mistakes are my teachers, mistakes show my progress.
Mistakes are my teachers.
If you can feel that, really believe it, you lower the stress, the sort of cognitive cost of speaking. Then you're willing to try speaking 5 times a day in small ways, instead of waiting for one perfect chance a week. The attempt itself builds the pathway. Correction can come later, often just through more listening and noticing.
That reframing feels
Yeah.
huge, actually. Shifting from must be perfect to must make an attempt. Okay, so if effort and attempts are key, how do we structure that? Because, the default is often those big marathon study sessions like, I'll do 2 hours solid every Saturday.
Yeah, and that almost never works for fluency building. Why?
Yeah.
Because our brains don't build skills like that. Consistency beats intensity every single time for this kind of learning.
Like watering a plant.
Exactly the analogy the sources use. A little water every day, the plant thrives. A whole bucket once a month.
Yeah, that's a good, probably drowns it.
Right. So 5 or 10 minutes of focused speaking practice every day is neurologically way more powerful than one big 2-hour session once a week.
Because you're firing up that speaking pathway 30 times a month instead of just 4. You're keeping it active.
You got it. You're building a persistent connection. Now the trick is making those 5 or 10 minutes count. We need exercises that are easy to do, reduce that, I have to speak now pressure, and actually speed up your thinking to speaking time.
Okay, so let's get practical. What are these micro habits the sources recommend? Things people can start, like today.
Right. Designed for zero prep.
First one sounds interesting. It's about using a mirror. Or just looking at yourself.
Yeah, let's call it mirror talk, or maybe immediate self-reflection.
Yeah.
You literally stand in front of a mirror, or even just look at your reflection in your phone screen, and describe simple things about your day or what's around you.
Like really simple.
Super simple. I woke up early, I made coffee, the coffee's cold now, I need to buy milk. The goal isn't complex sentences, it's just hearing your own voice speak English, seeing yourself do it.
It sounds almost too simple, but I can see how that bypasses the self-consciousness a bit. You're just talking to yourself.
It creates a direct feedback loop without the pressure of another person. You're normalizing the sound and sight of you speaking English.
Okay, second technique uses our phones, which we always have anyway. Voice notes, basically.
Yep, quick voice logging. Record maybe a 30-second voice note, not for anyone else, just for you. Talk about what you see outside, what you had for lunch, whatever.
And the point isn't to send it.
Nope. The point is, first, it forces you to speak without stopping to edit yourself. Just flow. Second, listen back later. It's painless self-correction. No teacher grading you. You just hear yourself, maybe notice, oh, I said that word funny, or I forgot the E's there. It happens naturally.
Less pressure, more noticing. Okay. And the third one, you called it the daily conceptual bridge. Sounds fancy.
It's about tackling that habit of translating everything in your head first.
The translation delay. Big problem.
Huge. So every day, pick one simple question about your immediate feelings or observations, like, what made me smile today? Or what's one thing I'm looking forward to? And answer it out loud, instantly, in English, without thinking it through in your native language first.
So you're forcing your brain to go straight from the idea to English words.
Exactly. You're training it to bypass the translation step, shaving off milliseconds, which adds up incredibly fast. So yeah, small plus daily really does equal powerful and faster.
These habits make sense. They sound doable. But let's be real. The biggest thing stopping people isn't knowing what to do. It's fear, right?
Absolutely. Fear is the elephant in the room.
Fear of sounding stupid, fear of making grammar mistakes, fear of being judged. It just shuts people down. The sources call it the performance anxiety loop.
That's a great term for it. And it's almost entirely self-generated. It comes from a core misunderstanding about what communication is.
What do you mean?
Here's the, well, maybe not so secret. Native speakers genuinely do not care if your grammar is perfect. Seriously.
Really? We always assume they're judging every little preposition.
Very rarely. What they care about is connection. Can they understand your idea, your story, your question, your energy? That's like 95% of it. The grammar details, much less important than you think.
That's actually really reassuring. We project our own perfectionism onto listeners.
Think about it this way. When someone speaks your native language to you, maybe with a strong accent or a few mistakes, do you laugh at them?
No, of course not. I feel kind of happy they're trying. Impressed, usually.
Exactly. You appreciate the effort. You focus on understanding their message. That is precisely how most people feel when you speak English to them. They're rooting for you. They value the attempt and the connection way more than grammatical perfection.
Okay, so knowing that is one thing, but feeling it when the fear hits is another. How do we break that anxiety loop in the moment?
We need a tool, a mental shield. The sources suggest a clear, simple, cognitive reframing statement.
But a mantra for fear.
Sort of. The second you feel that freeze, that, oh no, they'll think I'm dumb feeling, you consciously tell yourself, I don't need to be perfect, I just need to communicate.
I don't need to be perfect. I just need to communicate.
Say it. Believe
Right
it.
now.
It shifts your goal immediately from impossible perfection to achievable action. Just getting the message across. It gives you permission to participate.
Yeah.
And participation is the only way forward.
Right, participation over perfection.
I like
Okay, so
that.
we have the mindset, we have the daily habits, we have a tool for fear. But fluency, as we said, it's a journey. It takes time. There will be days you just don't feel like it. Motivation tanks.
Oh, absolutely. Motivation is never constant. That's why relying purely on feeling motivated is a recipe for failure. We need systems, accountability.
So how do we build that staying power?
Yes,
The
sir.
sources had a few tips for this, right?
Yeah, 3 key ones, and they all revolve around making progress visible and rewarding.
Okay, first one.
Track your progress, but not in a complicated way. Simply track the habit. Did you do your 5 minutes of mirror talk today? Yes or no? Put a check mark on a calendar, use an app, whatever.
Just seeing the street.
Exactly. Seeing a chain of 5, 10, 15 days, it creates this little bit of pride. And more importantly, you become reluctant to break the chain. It's a simple psychological hack. You're leveraging your own desire not to lose progress.
That makes sense. Nobody likes breaking a streak. Okay, what's tip 2?
Celebrate small wins. This one's easy to forget. We wait for huge milestones like passing a big exam.
Right, we only celebrate the finish line.
But fluency isn't one finish line, it's thousands of tiny steps. So did you understand a joke in English? Did you ask for directions and get understood? Did you use a new word correctly?
Yeah.
Acknowledge it. Give yourself a mental high five. Seriously. Smile. Tell someone. This little bit of self-reinforcement releases dopamine, makes the brain feel good, and makes it want to do the activity again. Small wins fuel the big journey.
Okay, track the habit, Celebrate the tiny victories. And the third one,
This is the anchor. Find your why. And be specific. Why do you really want to be fluent?
not just I want to speak English.
No. Dig deeper. Is it for a specific job opportunity? To connect deeply with friends or family? To travel without feeling lost or dependent? Write it down. Make it emotional.
And keep it visible.
Yes. Put it on your phone lock screen. Tape it to your bathroom mirror. Because when you're tired, when you're busy, when 5 minutes feels like too much, logic won't get you practicing. Only that strong emotional why will pull you through. It's your ultimate motivation source.
Okay, this is all incredibly practical. We've covered the mindset shift mistakes or teachers. We've covered why daily microhabits work neurologically. And we've got these tools for fear and motivation.
Yeah, the foundations are there.
So we want you listening right now to actually start. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now.
Action is key.
So here's your immediate fluency mindset challenge, straight from the principles we've discussed. After this deep dive ends, take literally 1 minute.
Just 1 minute.
Write down one simple sentence in English about your day or how you're feeling right now. Say it out loud 3 times, just hear yourself say it.
And if you can, maybe record it on your phone, just for you, like that voice note habit.
Consider that your first brick laid in your fluency foundation, your first intentional step using these ideas.
Because that really sums up the journey, doesn't it? Fluency starts in your head with that mindset shift about mistakes. It grows through those small, consistent daily actions. And it finally shines when you find the courage to prioritize connecting with people over being perfect, speaking through the fear, not waiting for it to disappear.
We focused a lot today on getting the words out, on execution speed and consistency. But there's another layer to this, right? Making the whole process even faster internally.
Absolutely. Eliminating that bottleneck of translation.
Exactly. So next time, we're going to dive into that next critical piece from the source material. How do you actually train your brain to think directly in English?
Constructing sentences, formulating thoughts, without constantly referring back to your native language. That's the accelerator.
Looking forward to that.
But until then, remember this. Every single word you manage to speak today, no matter how simple or imperfect you think it is genuine progress. It's moving you closer to that fluent speaker you want to be. If you just commit to showing up, even for 5 minutes, that progress really is inevitable.